Good morning, afternoon, or evening. Welcome back to Mr. Morrow's Algebra 1 and 2 Honors class. Today we are going to discuss exactly what it is that happened on this test so we can make any self-corrections that we need to make. And we're going to have a retake test, completely different questions, same format, tomorrow. First things first, I need to factor this because I am multiplying here, okay? So I'm going to factor it. The first top of a polynomial becomes x plus 5 times x minus 2 over x plus 5 times x plus 3 times x minus 2, x plus 2 times x plus 3 over x plus 2 times x plus 2. Now, if you don't know how to factor, guys, or you're not strong, I warned you about that. You need to revisit that. The x plus 5s cancel, my brothers. The x plus 2s cancel, my brothers. The x plus 3s cancel, my brothers. And I am left with x minus 2. That came out messy. Let me rewrite that nicer. X minus 2 over x plus 2. Done. That's it. It's over. Bye-bye. Okay? This guy here, you know that we're going to have to do a state change flip. Okay? I wouldn't do the state change flip first if I was asking you for restrictions, because you got to find the restrictions for this denominator, for this, and for that. But I'm not asking for restrictions. So I'm going to bring this guy up here and this guy down here and multiply. I'm going to do a state change flip right off the bat. So this top polynomial becomes x minus 2 times x plus 1. We're going to do the Cuban method. I'm not going to go through it all. If you don't know the Cuban method by now, I would relearn it if I were you. This factors out to be x minus 2 times 2x minus 1 times state change flip. Again, Cuban method. And I'm going to have x plus 3 times 2x minus 1 over x minus 4 times x plus 3. So in this case, the x plus 3's cancel, the x minus 2's cancel, the 2x minus 1's cancel, and I'm left with x plus 1 over x minus 4. Done. Okay, number 3. Some people, I don't know how, they actually said x equals something here. How could x equal something here if there is no equal sign? So that's the first question that I have for you guys. I just don't understand what you were thinking about. I don't think, unfortunately, that a lot of preparation came into this. So first we have to factor and find the common denominator because we are adding them together. So this is x minus 4 over x plus 3 minus 2x plus 1 over x minus 4 times x minus 5. My LCD here, very good, son. It's x plus 3 times x minus 4 times x minus 5. Okay? That's my LCD. So what do I have to multiply to the top and bottom of this fraction here, this rational expression? X minus 5, exactly. And what do I have to multiply to this bad boy over here? An x plus 3. So I'm going to have to distribute the x minus 4 times the x minus 5. I know that I'm multiplying this to top and bottom, so I know that I'm already creating an LCD. So I have here x squared minus 9x plus 20 minus big parentheses. I've warned you about this 20, 30 times. First multiply, then distribute the negative. So you're going to get 2x squared plus 7x plus 3. When I go ahead and distribute the negative, I don't have a lot of space here, so I'm going to put it in green. All of these go to negative. So let's combine like terms. So this becomes negative x squared minus 16x plus 17. All of that over x minus 4 times x minus 5 times x plus 3. Some people wanted to get fancy, which is fine, and they wanted to factor out a negative there. Then it would have been negative out here, x squared plus 16x minus 17 over x minus 4 times x minus 5 times x plus 3, bless you. And then some people wanted to go one step further and factor. So x plus 17 times x minus 1 over x minus 4 times x minus 5 times x plus 3. So I would have accepted either of those correct answers. Either of those. Okay? Okay. So that's number 3. Okay. Number 4. Actually, let me just go ahead and do this to make my life easier. Okay, that way we have more space. Number 4. This is 2 over w plus 2 minus 3 over w plus w plus 10 over w plus 2, w minus 2. My LCD here is w times w times w. Oh my goodness. Maybe I'll put a w this time. W plus 2 times w minus 2. So I have to multiply to the top and bottom here a w times w minus 2. Here I got to multiply a w plus 2, w minus 2. And here I have to multiply a w. So I have a 2 and a w on the outside here. So I'm going to clean it up for myself. That's what I did on my work so that I didn't mess up. Minus 3 times w plus 2, w minus 2. Hopefully by now you know it's a difference of squares. So that should have easily been calculated. And then this one is easy to calculate as well, but we'll just go step by step. So this is 2w squared minus 4w minus 3w squared plus 12 plus w squared plus 10w. So this comes out to be, well, okay, let's look at this. You have 3w squared minus 3w squared, correct? So those cancel. Bye-bye. Have a good day. Then you have 10w minus 4w. So that's 6. Whoa, what is that? It's not even a number. That is 6w plus 12, which factors out to be 6 times w plus 2 all over w times w plus 2 times w minus 2. The w plus 2's can and will cancel. So I'm left with 6 over w times w minus 2. That's number 4. Okay? This is on video, so I'm going too fast. I'm sorry. You can watch it at home. I want to have plenty of space, though, for the rest of these. Okay, number 5. Number 5, let's do the same thing here. Okay, here, believe it or not, I used method 2 here. I found the LCD of every single term here. Was that what we called the grand LCD? A times A minus 2. So I multiplied this 1 times an A minus 2. Here I multiplied this times an A times A minus 2. Okay? right? You have to do that a times a minus 2. Here I multiply this times an a times a minus 2, and this I multiply times an a minus 2. So, okay, this bad boy right here, we got a squared minus 2a. Nothing we can do about that. But here I can cancel out the a minus 2's, so I got minus a squared, so I have a negative 2a in the numerator. Nice and easy. Lemon squeezy. Down here, we'll do it in green. We have a 2a that's got to be distributed. So that's 2a squared minus 4a. You with me here? Minus, okay, the a's cancel. So minus parentheses a squared minus 4, difference of squares. When I go ahead and distribute that negative, I got 2a squared minus 4a minus a squared plus 4. So that gives me a squared minus 4a plus 4. So that's negative 2a over a minus 2 squared. A lot of you put a minus 2, a plus 2. That is wrong. I'm sorry, but that's wrong. I accepted either one, though. Now, some of you put this correctly, but then you factored it incorrectly. I marked that wrong. If you're going to factor correctly, please. Next. Okay, this was the easiest one I could have given you. I will not give you an easy one like this tomorrow. Guys, what happens when you divide the same thing by itself? So this is 1 right off the bat. No, I know a lot of showed the work. A lot of you showed the work, and that was great. I'm proud of you. If you show the work, you're going to multiply by the grand LCD. Okay? And believe it or not, I even started doing it like this, and then I realized, wait a second, I'm being silly. It's the same thing. The m minus 3 cancels, right? So I have m plus 3 times m plus 3. So that's m squared plus 6m plus 9 minus the m plus 3 squared cancels. So I've got m squared minus 6m plus 9. And then when I started doing it down here, I said, wait a second. It's exactly the same. The negative, everything is in the same spot. And I went, oh, the same thing over itself is 1. I will not be that kind on tomorrow's test. Okay? So anything divided by itself is 1. Okay. Number 7. Now we're getting into an equation. There's an equal sign. Now we got to solve for x. So here we can cross multiply or just multiply by the LCD. Whatever floats your boat. Whatever's easier for you. It doesn't really matter to me. If I multiply everything by the LCD, it's the same thing as cross multiplying. I'll prove it. The x minus 5 cancels, so I've got 3x plus 6. The x plus 2 cancels, so I've got equals negative 2x plus 10. So I add the 2x to both sides, I've got 5x. Subtract the 6 to both sides equals 4, divide by 5, x equals 4/5. That was a very simple one. Very simple. Let's go ahead. This one's going to take a little bit more space. Okay, here, I'm going to first factor. Because I have to factor. to find the LCD. And the LCD, what I'm going to multiply to every single one of these, and actually let me just do it step by step so that there's no confusion. I've got to multiply 2 times x minus 3 to every single numerator. Good man. To every single numerator. Because I want to, when I'm solving equations, I want to eliminate the denominator. When I'm adding or subtracting them, I want to combine the denominators to a like denominator and add the numerators or denominators. When I have an equation, I need to eliminate the denominators. So here the 2 goes. Hold on. Alrighty. So, okay. So, here the 2 cancels. So I've got 3x minus 9. Okay, and I did record again, right? Yeah. Okay. Plus, here the x minus 3 cancels. That's 10. And here, that cancels. I mean, I just don't understand what happened here, guys. This is 3x plus 1 equals x plus 9. Subtract the x, subtract the 1. 2x equals 8 divided by 2. X equals 4. And it's not extraneous at all. It works. It works. Okay? Got to get rid of that denominator. You got to eliminate the denominators there. Different than adding. Okie dokie. Number 9. Oh, okay. 9 and 10. I don't know what happened here. 9 and 10. I don't know. I don't know what happened here. I can do this right here. Solve for y. How many times have we gone over this? We did this in the beginning of the year even. We did this in the beginning of the year. It's literal equations. I want to solve for y, so I got to get y out of this denominator, my brothers. So I'm going to multiply every single term by x, y, z. Every single term by x, y, z. Good job, my brother. The LCD. The x's cancel here, so I got 3yz equals. The y's cancel here, so I've got 4xz. The z's cancel here, so I've got plus 8xy. Subtract 8xy to both sides, because I want to get the y's together. 3yz minus 8xy equals 4xz. Factor out a y. I've got 3z minus 8x divided by 3z minus 8x divided by 3z minus 8x. Y equals 4xz over 3z minus 8x. How tough is that? We went over this, my brothers. Okay? We went over this. And also remember, I gave you a practice test. So, I don't understand what happened here. Okay? Next. Next. Number 10. Here, I'm going to multiply by AY to every single numerator. So this is May equals, the Y's cancel. So I'm left with NA. The Y and the A cancel here. So I'm left with P. So divide by MA. Done. Y equals NA minus P over MA. Or, some people got fancy. It was pretty impressive. They distributed the MA to both of these. So that'd be N over M minus capital P over MA. So either or. Could have done either one. I accepted either one. Yes. Guys, I'm not trying to be mean. You cannot switch that M with the Y. Remember how I told you I was going to come bite you in the backside one day? Okay. Again, I'm not going to teach that to the class because I don't like that method. Okay? If it worked for you, awesome. God bless you. But I'm not going to teach that method. Now, the word problems. Easiest word problems I could have given you. The easiest ones I could have given you. A canoe travels on a river whose current is moving at 2 miles per hour. After traveling 12 miles upstream, the canoe turns around and makes the 12-mile trip back downstream. The trip up and back takes 8 hours. What is the speed of the canoe in still water? Okay. Like always, a table. Rate times time equals distance. We got upstream and downstream. I said during the test, which I will not say tomorrow, upstream is going against the current. Did I or did I not say that at least 5 or 6 times? Some of you guys still put plus. Against means it's hurting you guys. So upstream, I don't know what the rate is, but I know it's x minus 2. And downstream, you're going with the current, so that's x plus 2. The distance traveled was 12 miles, both there and back. Now the time. The total time was 8. So what were you going to put here? Can't put another variable. You're going to have a crazy system, which is going to be impossible. Or you could remember that if rate times time equals distance, then time equals distance divided by rate. So that's 12 over x minus 2 and 12 over x plus 2. Doesn't the time that it takes to go upstream plus the time that it takes to go downstream, isn't that a round trip of 8 hours, my brothers? Now from there, it's really simple. You multiply every single thing here by x minus 2, x plus 2. So in this one, the x plus 2's cancel, and I'm left with 12 times x minus 2 plus, whoa, I did that wrong. The x minus 2's cancel, sorry. Actually, let me not. Okay, the x minus 2 cancels, so I'm left with 12 times x plus 2. Here the x plus 2's cancel, so I'm left with 12 times x minus 2. And then here, it's going to be 8 times x squared minus 4. Why? Because I know that x plus 2x minus 2, when you multiply them together, gives me x squared minus 4. So when I clean this up, this is 12x plus 24 plus 12x minus 24 equals 8x squared minus 32. These 24's cancel, so I've got 8x squared. That's a plus 24, but I got to bring it to the other side. So that's minus 24x minus 32. It looks ugly, but it's not. Divide it all by 8. I'm going to erase this now. And then that's going to give me x squared minus 3x minus 4 equals 0. Factor x minus 4x plus 1 equals 0. So x equals 4 or negative 1. I cannot have negative 1 because negative 1 minus 2, that means I'm going negative 3 miles per hour. It's impossible. That's extraneous. So x is 4. And what did it ask for? It asked for still water, which is your x. So x equals 4 miles per hour. I was also nice and didn't take away points. For those of you who didn't label, I will not be so nice tomorrow. Number 2, some people actually got number 2 wrong. A tree casts a shadow of 25 feet. At the same time of day, a 6-foot tall man casts a shadow of 2.5 feet. How tall is the tree? I saw people making these crazy equations that I really stopped and said to myself, who taught them this? Because I taught you to make a proportion. The man's height to the man's shadow must equal the tree's height to the tree's shadow. Remember, unit to unit, guys? Unit to unit. Cross multiply here. And you're going to get 60 feet. I let you use a calculator even. Equals tree's height. Cross multiply, and you're going to get 60. 13. John can deliver newspapers in 80 minutes. It takes Mike 60 minutes to do the same route. How long would it take them to deliver the newspapers if they worked together? Well, we set up a table, like always. Rate times time equals work done. Okay. So I've got John, and I've got Mike. Okay. So John can do it in 80 minutes. So 1/80th of a minute, okay, per job. And 60, he does 1/60 of the job in a minute. What's the time that it's going to take for both of them to do the same job? I have no idea. That's why it's X. What's my work done? John will be X over 80, and Mike will be X over 60. John's work portion plus Mike's work portion gives me one complete job. Multiply everything by 480, and I get 60x, or 2, you know what, 240 would be actually wiser. Thank you. That would be wiser. And less work. So 240, so we're looking at 30x plus 40x equals 240. 3x plus 4x. Sorry, kid. So 7x equals 240. And when you divided with a calculator, it gave you 34.29 minutes. Or in fraction form, 34 2/7 of a minute. Okay? Nice and simple. Now, for number 14, I want to give us plenty of space here. So let me just add some more space here. Okay. And I'm going to erase this guy. Okay. So, I don't feel bad for you because I gave you one like this on the practice test as well. Together, Max and Janice can carpet a large room in 12 hours. Okay? I know that they gave you a together rate, but they're still talking about Max and Janice, aren't they? So when they're working together, Max is doing some part of the job, and so is Janice, guys. You got to remember that. Okay? Max alone can carpet the same size room in 7 hours less time than Janice. Does it tell you at all how fast Janice works? So isn't Janice 1x every hour? 1x per hour. So if Max can do it in 7 hours less time, less than, wouldn't this be 1 over x minus 7? They do the same job together in 12 hours, though. So when they're working together, their time is 12. So what's the work done? 12 over x minus 7 for Max, and 12 over x for Janice. Yes, sir. Yes, he is slower. Yeah, he's slower than Janice. A man can be slower than a woman. It's okay. All right, now, let's go ahead and figure this out. Max is part of the job, plus Janice is part of the job, equals one complete job. So I multiply every single numerator by x times x minus 7. The x minus 7 cancels here, I got 12x. The x cancels here, so I got to distribute a 12, so I've got 12x minus 84. And this equals x squared minus 7x. This is 24x minus 84 equals x squared minus 7x. I'm going to bring over the 24x and the 84, so I got to subtract 24x, and I got to add 84 to both sides. So I've got x squared minus 31x plus 84. Now again, is that a Mickey Mouse factor? No. But it is when you have a calculator and you can go ahead and, knock out different combinations. This is x minus 28 times x minus 3. 28 times 3 is 84. Negative 28 minus 3 is negative 31. So x equals 28 or 3. Now, here's the kicker. 3. If I plug in 3 here, that means that Max's rate is negative 1/4 of the job per hour? That's impossible. That's extraneous. They want to find Janice's rate, though. X is her rate, 28 hours. I want to know what happened here. What was so difficult about that? Because it was exactly the same as the practice test, my brothers. Was it not? And last but not least, this one, again, some people got this wrong because they created this super elaborate equation, which I do not know who taught it to you, but I definitely did not teach this to you. Auto buyers are having monthly payment of $16.67 for every $1,000 borrowed. Okay, so this is payment to borrowed. Jack borrows $22,500. Wouldn't that go down here because that's what he borrowed? I want to find the payment. Cross multiply. X equals $375, 0.075 or something like that. Some of you left it like that. I was nice. Guys, you have never gone to a store and they have told you, oh, it's $4.862. Thank you. No. You round, guys. It's money. And there it is. That's your test. Hope you saw your mistakes. God bless you. Study for tomorrow. Thank you.